Hi, ladies and gentlemen. In no way or form has the company paid me to make a video. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly. So you'll decide if this is really for you. Let's get into the review of Primevovle PF10. I have Primevovle on. I had it for a couple of days and I'm testing it out. And what you get in the box is the cable, the instruction manual, which I recommend that you take a glance over it because you'll understand why some of the features and functions may or may not work correctly for you. Depending on the color you want to get, this is white. It's like an ice cream vanilla color, soft white. You get the USB micro cable that plugs into the side over here. And if you grab yourself a power bank or just the cable itself and plug it into a 2-amp charger, you're going to basically run this unit as long as this power bank runs, as well as the 7,200 milliamps. Now I'm going to plug it in. It goes in one particular way, the fat side, wide side facing up. And you can see down over here between the fans, and there's the open side, it's charging. It takes 5 full hours to charge this unit. In the instruction manual, this little black thing is not an on and off switch, it's a sensor. And it will work with the remote with this in the off position. So in order to work this thing, you have to understand a couple of things first. 1 is the lowest, 2, 3, and then 4 is the highest. The third one runs it on high, and the fourth one with the wind thing will run high, soft, high, soft, high, soft. It'll fluctuate. Now, in order to get this thing correctly open, what we're going to do is we're going to lift this all the way up, and it tilts 180 degrees. You're going to have to push this handle down, and you're going to now clockwise, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey to lock this into place. Don't over-tighten it. Just make it tight enough. Now, you just simply lift up the arm as high as you want. Since I'm on the table, I don't want to lift it up to the full 40 inches. And then you can simply place it any way you want. But watch out. This thing will slide down, as you can see. Now, can you make it a little tighter? I'm not sure you can over here by tightening up. And when you push this down here, it doesn't lock in 100%. But you have to, give a firm push here in order to get this thing to close in correctly. I'm not sure what this does, but this is supposed to lock everything into place, and it just basically turns for me. Now, I'm going to show you with it on and off with the remote control. Here's the on button. The fan turns on. And I'm going to raise the speed up. And notice I'm not pointing towards the unit. I'm pointing straight up. Listen to the fan. That's number 2. And when I started this video, I had the fan on. And this is number 3. It is very quiet. Now, this is the 4th one, and I want you to listen. And I do apologize if the microphone is not close enough to the fan. Now that can be quite annoying for me if I'm sleeping at night. But you have to remember, and let me lower this down to the off position. You must remember, this is not meant to run hours on end. This is meant to be used for up to 4 full hours. Unit may overheat. Now, as it's charging, I got the power bank on. I could run this all along, not worry about the thing. Got a nice slot for the remote control. What I want to do is bring this to the floor and show you how it is when it's standing up and nice and tall. So I gave you a lot of information, right? And here I am. I'm going to lift it up 40 full inches. Like I said, I'm not sure what this thing does, and I'm not going to bend down on the floor every single time to turn it on or off. So I'm by my desk. I take the remote with me. And how far can I go away? I'm about 8 feet away. I'm going to turn it on. And I'm on number 1. I have to look down at the base. I wished over here there would have been some lights, or over here that I could just dimly lit or shut off so I could see it's on or off. I could take this out to the camping area, to my garage and work, outside by the car, on the field where I'm doing my job, somewhere where it needs to have some ventilation. And I'm sitting right here on low, and that is comfortable indeed from that distance. Now, how far can I be so I can feel the unit? I have it on like number 2 and 3, and I'm over here and I feel the unit nice and comfortable. I am going to try to shut it off. I can't see on the base it's off, and I'm going to turn it back on. And I'm about 15, 20 feet. But once I start to step over here and I'm in a way of things, it's not going to work. So I'm not sure if the distance is going to work, but I'm over here and it's comfortable. It's not blowing strong like one of these ceiling fans or these oscillating fans you get at your local department store. It doesn't oscillate. But let me show you how to clean the blades, open it up, and show you how nice this is. The good thing about this is you can leave it wherever and not worry about, it falling over. And people can't get their fingers in here and hurt themselves. But don't drop it. You may break it. Don't put it on the desk, they said, because what happens if it falls, you may break it. So we're going to shut it off, and you have to cycle through the buttons with the actual on and off buttons located right here, or just simply hit the remote, and it shuts off entirely together. Now, I'm not sure what these 2 lines over here are for, and they're not going to be where you can store your cable or anything. But let's close this down by unscrewing. And you can see the arm coming down, and let's just basically close it all together. But I want to lock it up, and I want to try to now open this up for you where it says close on top. They say just to counterclockwise twist. Right here you can see the rim, and you can see an arrow, and you can see a little mark over here. You're not going to see it on camera, but there you go. I twisted it, it comes off. And now I can simply just clean the blades. Please, you could clean it with a damp cloth, but they recommend not to wash this in water or dip it in water because you'll destroy your electronics. Now, in order to put this back on, I just love white on white lettering. That little notch there and this little notch here, they match up. You simply put your fingers and you lock into place. Now, if you're all done, you basically just lift this up. Make sure this is all the way in. 180 degrees. Firmly press, not too hard. Little clip area should lock into place. It just rests over there. And you're done. I wish it had a little clip and locked into place. There we go. Now it's locked into place. So it was a little difficult at first because I wasn't doing it right for the first time. So make sure over here this little notch falls in first and then lock it into place. Now it has rubber legs on the bottom so it doesn't slide. But there is nowhere to put this portable cable. This would have been enough room here to put this in there. They could have made a little slot, a little door here, a little bit wider area so the cable could have sit there. Now, Primevovle is an awesome product. There are other products out there on the market. And I tell you, it is definitely well worth getting one for the summertime, portable wherever you go. So if you're cooking out on the barbecue and the smoke's getting in your face, this will blow it away. Or you buy a desk at the office, this is a great product. Now, I thank Primevovle for sending me the product, and I hope you could take a look, share the link with your friends, decide if this is for you. And I am very pleased with this unit for me. Even though it's a test unit that was given to me to test out, I'm still pleased that this is a product I would still buy and have in my workshop. On that note, I'm Fish, and thank you very much for your time.